like violence, break the silence, come crashing into my world.
My very first time in Baja was in 1999. I started racing with Rod Hall and came down, I raced all the Best in the Desert races with Rod, and then we won the championship in Best in the Desert, won 75% of the races that we entered that year. In the Baja 2000, came down and finished 5th. Every single thing that could possibly break on the car did. We had to rebuild the car all the way down. Took us 54 hours to finish. Came back in 2003 and we finished 4th with the Baja Challenge class. I was racing with Bob Sutton and Paul Newman and Mouse McCoy and Rod Millen, and it was a great team. The following year I was with the same team and we won the race, and then I've raced trophy truck since then, 2006, 2007, and then this year. Well, it's all a matter of what you can afford to do at the time, and you know, it's also you kind of want to start out and you want to learn slowly. You know, it doesn't make sense to start right at the top because there's a big learning curve in off-road racing. So I started in the lower classes and kind of worked my way up, and you know, as you do it more and more, you fall more and more in love with off-road racing, and you just want to do it more and more. Well, up until recently, the best teacher that I had was when I raced with Rod Hall for 3 years, and he and I would pre-run together, and we spent a lot of time. You know, he always had me drive. I was always driving, even on the pre-runs I was driving. Sometimes he'd play a little game. He'd say, "Okay, Roger, today you don't have any brakes, so if you hit the brakes, I'm going to hit you." So I'd have to drive all day long without hitting the brakes. And you know, his thing was, he said he finished more races without brakes than most people have ever finished. So that was a good lesson. We were always doing car control and always, you know, a lot of training. But recently I've been pre-running with Larry Rossler and spending a lot of time just he and I driving, and picked up a lot of techniques from him. I'd have to say that the rules in the United States are a lot stricter. You're not allowed to have chase trucks out on the course. It's just everything is much more controlled. Down here it's like the wild, wild west. I feel great. I mean, I just absolutely love off-road racing, and I'm so happy to be able to be here and just being a part of all this. You know, I've been down here pre-running for 10 days getting ready for this race. It's the most effort I've ever put into a race, but I'm expecting really good results. Well, I think that Larry Rossler is probably one of the greatest drivers out there. He's definitely proven that over and over and over to everybody. I've certainly learned a lot from him recently, and we're planning on racing together for quite a few years. So over the years, we're going to be a great competitor. Well, I'll tell you, the start is really tricky. It's a lot of twisty, turny, tight stuff. Then it opens up into a lot more wide open, high-speed desert. Then you have the summit, then back to wide open desert, down around Borrego, and then up to Mike's Sky Ranch.
Vows are spoken to be broken, feelings are insane. Release your mind, forgetting what's to say, and the reason why you're all alone again. Remember the line. water alone again.